Hello guys, welcome once again. In the last video I've shown you how you can use loops in C, and I have shown you how you can use while loop in C. Now in this video we are going to see how we can use do while loop, which is one more kind of loop, and what is the difference between do while loop and while loop. Okay, so let's assume that we want to execute the number or integers from 0 to 10 as we have done in the last video, but this time we want to do it with the do while loop. Okay, so this was the code we have written in the last video, which I'm going to comment because later in the video we will see how or what is the difference between do while loop and while loop. So let's see what is the syntax of do while loop first. So you just write a keyword do and then give this semicolon, and after this semicolon at the end of your curly braces, this is not semicolon, this is curly braces, sorry, and at the end of your curly brace you just write while, it should be while, and then you give your condition. Okay, so keyword do and then curly brace, then while, then your condition. Now once again, for example, we want to print values of integer from 0 to 10. I'm going to copy this code in here and it will print the value 0 to 10, and the condition will be same as earlier, which is while I is less than or equal to 10. Okay, and I will just compile this program and run the program, and it prints the value 0 1 2 3 4 up to 10, right? And in here what's happening is, first of all, your I is equal to 0 and it says do means do something. So before checking any condition, your statement will be executed, which is this one. So it prints I is equal to 0 and then it increases I by 1, and now our value of I is 1, which is less than 10, right? So it goes in the loop once again and it prints I is equal to 1, and in here it increases the value of I is by 1 once again, so I is equal to 2 this time. Then 2 is less than or equal to 10, which is true. Once again it will go in this loop until I is equal to 10. Now I is equal to 10, this will be true and this will be printed. But now when the value of I becomes 11, this is false, this condition is false, and as soon as this condition is false it goes out of the loop. Okay, so what is the difference between this do while loop and while loop? The difference is, while whenever we use while loop, it checks the condition first and then executes your code. But in the do while loop, it executes your code at least once and then checks your condition, and if this condition is true, it will once again go into the statement here and it will execute a statement, and as soon as this statement is false it goes out of the loop. Okay, so do loop or do while loop executes your code at least once without checking the condition, but while loop checks the condition first and then executes the code. Now let's see what is the basic difference here. So for example, I will just give the separator, or I will print some separator here so that we know that the code above this star line is for do while loop and code below the star line is for while loop, right? And I will compile this program. and everything is fine. It prints from 0 to 10, which is okay. And because value of I is the same here, right? So here value of I will be 10 once again. So what we are going to do is, here we will take, instead of I, we will take variable j in while loop. So j here, I will replace j here, and j, value of j is equal to j plus plus, right? Why I have done that? Because the value of, otherwise the value of I will be same for this and this, and we will never find the difference between the two loops. Once again, I will run the program, and it prints this value. I forgot j here, so I must give j here also, and once again I will compile the code. And now you can see it prints the value of first of all I, and then it prints the value of j. Okay, so it starts from a 0. I will just make it bigger so that we can see all the values. So the value of I starts from 0 up to 10, and value of j starts from 0 up to 10. My battery is going, so I must hurry up, I think. So right, so value of I starts from 0 to 10, and the value of j starts from 0 to 10. Now let's see the difference here. Now for example, I will give some condition which is not true. Okay, so for example, I am checking whether I is greater than 10, which is not true because value of I is 0. 0 is not greater than 10, right? And in this case also value of j is greater than 10, we are checking, which is false because value of j is 0, which is not greater than 10. J is not greater than 10. What happens here? Run the code, and we see that value of I is equal to 0, which is it prints value of I is equal to 0, and then it increments the value of I by 1, so I becomes 1. 1 is not greater than 10, so it goes out of the loop. So what we have seen, that do loop performs your statement at least once and then checks the condition. But in the case of while loop, here j is equal to 0, 0 is not greater than 10, so nothing is executed from this while loop. Okay, so nothing is printed here. So this is the difference between while loop and do while loop. So always remember, whenever you want to execute your code at least once, use do while loop, and whenever you want to check the condition first and then execute your code, then use while loop. So I hope you have understood the basic concept of do while loop and difference between do while loop and while loop, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.